All right, now let's see how we can access the authentication session on the server. So we go in the app folder and open our home page. In this component, we call a function called getServerSession that is defined in nextAuth. Now, when calling this, we have to pass our authentication options. This is the object that we use when initializing nextAuth. So let's go to the route file that we used for initializing nextAuth. Look, this is the object that I was talking about. We have to grab this and export it as a separate constant so we can use it outside of this module. So let's call this object auth options. All right. Then we pass it to nextAuth and also to getServerSession. Now this returns a promise, so we have to await it to get the session. Let's make the function async. Good. Now let's say if we have a session, we want to render the name of the user instead of hello world. So here we can say if we have a session, then we render a span, and inside the span we render session.user.name. And of course, we want to use an exclamation mark to tell the compiler that we do have a user here. Let's test our application. So back in the browser, there you go. You can see my name. Beautiful. So this is how we can use the session on the server. This function works both in our pages as well as our route handlers. So if you have an API that needs to access the current session, in that API, we can call this function.